Hey guys, Arena Stories here, and yes, I got my account unbanned, and I got an email today from Blizzard stating that I've done absolutely nothing wrong and that they reinstated my account. And I know some of you might be thinking you don't really sound happy about that, and the truth of the matter is, sadly, I am not. The issue is, guys, Blizzard solved my problem, but they did not solve the problem. And the issue is that people are still getting banned left to right for absolutely no reason, guys. Whether it's my type of situation of getting mass reported by bots, or possibly committing a minor offense, or in some situations doing absolutely nothing. And it's just a Blizzard error that went into that person's account and banned them. Now, if you guys look at the email closely, they state that they found absolutely nothing wrong and that they reinstated my account. And down below, they even say that we apologize for any inconveniences. Now, that statement alone, apologies for any inconveniences, is a huge understatement. That was not an inconvenience, that was a full-blown chaotic mess. And not to mention, they did not offer any type of compensation, they only offered their words of apology, which really does not mean anything. It's basically saying, here you go, here's your account back, see you later. I lost my subscription as well, 3 weeks that I had paid for, and this is a multi-billion-dollar franchise, guys, keep in mind. And they're only offering their word of apology when they were completely in the wrong. Now, if you look down in the email, it also says that this issue has been resolved. Now, my question is, did this issue get resolved due to me putting in multiple tickets and it actually going through the ticket system, reaching a GM, having them actually fairly review my case and unbanning me, or is it due to the fact that I made a video a couple days ago talking about my ban and how Blizzard is doing a terrible job with their customer support and how many people have been complaining and wrongfully banned? If the only reason I got unbanned was due to the video I put out, then I would not consider this case unresolved. It is still an ongoing issue. People still have their accounts banned for absolutely no reason, or they committed minor offenses that should have been grounds for a suspension and not a permaban. And I don't think Blizzard is even considering the severity that people actually have to deal with to get their accounts back, or in some sad cases, never get their account back, and they've had their accounts for about 10 to 20 years, and just having it thrown away in a blink of an eye. The amount of messages that I have gotten on Discord after my last video is staggering. I've gotten at least 130 DMs from people sending me their screenshots of their ban and what actually happened. One person messaged me that they sent 31 tickets and they still haven't gotten any response from Blizzard, not a word, which is 100% unacceptable. The fact that I just got banned now, me possibly making my last video, and you guys still being banned for doing absolutely nothing, and you guys do not have a voice in this matter, which is extremely sad, which is why I wanted to make this video talking about this. And I also wanted to address a very, very important issue, guys. That's a bit of a sensitive topic and other streamers and content creators might not want to bring up. And that issue is having a temporary band-aid. Now, what do I mean by that, guys? So for most people who do play World of Warcraft, it's about having fun, just logging in, talking to your friends, going into raids, and just enjoying your day. But for other people, it is a coping mechanism. And it is due to the fact that people are going through certain hard times in life, whether it's you having a hard day, a hard week, a hard month, and sadly in some cases a hard year. And the one thing people do have is that they get to come home, log into their WoW account, talk to their friends, maybe hop into a raid together, maybe climb an arena, maybe do some battlegrounds together, and just forget about the world for a minute. Now, what Blizzard is not realizing is that when people get wrongfully banned, they are stripping off that quote-unquote temporary band-aid. And as I've stated before, you might be going through a rough time, a rough month, a rough year, and you find that playing WoW is helping you cope with that current situation, whether it's temporary or permanent. And I also wanted to talk about something that happened a couple years ago, guys. Now, some of you might have seen my channel from years ago, and I was making a bunch of PvP guides and videos on how to beat everybody in arena as a rogue or a certain comp. And I'll be putting up a couple examples here, guys, as to what those videos were like. Hey guys, Arena Stories here, and this is part 1 of 3 for Rogue Mage Guide. Hey guys, Arena Stories here, and this is part 1 of 2 for Rogue Hunter Guide. Hey guys, Arena Stories here, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can beat every comp in Classic Kata as a double rogue team. Hey guys, Arena Stories here, and I'm going to be showing you how you can beat every class in Kata as a sub rogue first off. And I had a 2v2 partner that I was playing with daily for at least the past 2 years. And it was a friend of mine from the Ukraine. We actually became really, really good friends, and I think we've played over 3,000 arena games together. And due to him living in the Ukraine, and obviously knowing what's going on with the current conflict there were even times where we were playing arena, and he would even tell me that he would hear explosions coming outside his window. When we were playing together, I would literally tell him to stop, get out, it's not worth a fucking game. I really, really don't know why. He was extremely adamant about just staying and finishing the game. There were times that I even had to sabotage our own games in order to force him to get up and leave. but I really don't know why. He just wanted to stay there and continue the match. And at the time, during that situation, he was using WoW as a quote-unquote temporary band-aid to cope with the situation, but obviously as a friend, I never brought it up. A couple months go by and he sends me a DM on Discord saying that he's been permanently banned. And he's had that account for 15 years, guys. I don't know why he got banned. I don't know if it was justified or unjustified. I only know about my current situation that I got match reported. But in terms of his situation, I cannot say. But I know that he's a really, really nice guy. And assuming that he was innocent, that was completely messed up by Blizzard. And what Blizzard does not realize is that with some people, you're taking away their quote-unquote temporary band-aid to help them cope with the situation, and I knew that was his coping mechanism. At that point, he stops playing the game, and I start messaging him on Discord. Hey, what are you doing right now? And he sent me a message back saying, I'm drinking. And I say, okay. A couple of days go by, and I send another message on Discord just asking how he's doing and what he's up to, and he says that he is drinking. A month goes by, I send him another message, seeing what he's doing, and he says that he is drinking. Drinking. At that point, it was clear to me that he had replaced his temporary band-aid with drinking, which I was not really happy with because that meant he was trading off his physical well-being in order to cope with the current situation, because at the time, WoW was his temporary band-aid to help distract him or get through what was going on with the current conflict going on in his area. Then after that, I tried messaging him on Discord multiple times. I never got a response, and I haven't heard from him for a couple of years now. I do not know if he still watches my YouTube channel. But if you are watching, I really, really hope you're doing okay, man. So that is why when Blizzard bans accounts, they're not actually looking into what they're really doing to that person. Again, I am not saying that having World of Warcraft as a coping mechanism or something that helps you get through your problems is a good thing, but I would much rather you guys have World of Warcraft and gaming in general as a coping mechanism rather than drinking, smoking, or worse. If you're that type of person who does find playing World of Warcraft or video games extremely helpful and helps you get through the day, then you're an extremely fortunate person, because a lot of other people do not have that luxury. A lot of other people have to resort to drinking, have to resort to doing other things in order to cope with their situation. And also not to mention people losing their gold, their time, their effort, rare titles they might have gotten in PvP or PvE. Maybe they had really rare T-Mogs, maybe they had extremely rare mounts that they will never get again because it's no longer in the game. And again, I just wanted to say that me making this video is not saying that everybody should get unbanned. That is absolutely not the case. It would really depend on the situation. So if there are people that did commit extreme offenses like botting, hacking, or using scripts or any way of altering the game in which it's not intended to be, then yes, those people deserve to be banned and they knew the rules. But in other cases of people doing absolutely nothing and just getting completely unbanned and not having their account reassessed or checked on again, just having them completely ignored and not helped is another level of messed up. And also another topic I wanted to bring up was in my last video, I did say that I had a viewer message me that he bought 300 gold and got permabanned. And some of you messaged me saying, hey, he still did buy gold, so he did deserve the ban. Now, I still do think it is completely against TOS. You're not supposed to buy gold, you're not supposed to do anything like that, but I also do think really depend on the severity of the issue. So for 300 gold, I do not think that is a bannable offense. I think he deserves his account to be suspended for a week and have his gold confiscated. But if he did buy, let's say 1,000, 2,000 gold, maybe even 5,000 gold, that is a huge issue. Why? Because then it disrupts the WoW economy. It's going to mess up the auction house, everything's going to be expensive, he's going to buy everything out, and it just ruins in-game experience for other people. But I do think that if it was something as little as 300 gold, and if it was your first time, then it should not be bannable. That is a bit too cruel. What I do think should happen, you should have your gold confiscated and your account temporarily suspended. And I guarantee you that type of player will not do that offense again. And if he does that offense again for a second time, ban him for a month. If he does it for a third time, ban him for 2 months. If that person is hard of hearing and does it for a fourth time, then completely ban that person. Now, I'm just really hoping that Blizzard does take this into account and actually fixes their botting problem and their auto-ban issue, because giving bots the power to ban people is completely messed up. If you guys recall, this actually happened to Payo.
Here we go. This account was closed for use unauthoritated cheat program, also as hack or bot. Dear Frederic, your ticket has received the following response. Greeting. This action has been taken in accordance with our team of years of our gun policy. Alright, which all players acknowledge and agree to pure playing. This policy and constitution allow the maintenance of offense, blah, 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 blah. So, what is wrong with this? Yes, and there it is, someone says it. It's a fucking bot answer. And this has to change tomorrow, tonight, in the next 5 minutes.
One of the things I really do think they have to do is stop using AI bots to respond to people when they send you emails, because that is just another level of disrespect. We expect to talk to a human being, and they need to go back a couple of years and reevaluate everyone's account who got banned, giving everyone a fair reassessment of what actually happened and looking into their cases individually, even if it takes the next 5 years. Because Blizzard does owe it to us, we are their player base, and we pay a monthly subscription. I've also been getting a ton of messages of people telling me that, hey, I'm now unbanned, and that they were happy. And to those people, I am happy for, but it also comes down to the issue of setting extremely low standards. We shouldn't be happy about getting unbanned, guys, when we especially did nothing wrong. Blizzard is not doing us a favor. They did not gain anything. We just got back what was rightfully ours. We're paying a subscription. We did nothing wrong in the game. We broke no TOS. If they were offering us a first-class ticket to Hawaii, then yes, fine. But when we are just offered something that was already ours, that is not something to be happy about. Blizzard patting themselves on the back, thinking they did a good job. The least Blizzard can do at this point is at least make an announcement stating that they see this ongoing issue and they're trying to work towards fixing this. Because as of right now, from what it looks like, people are just getting banned from left to right for no reason, and especially to those who had their temporary quote-unquote band-aid ripped off, they still needed it at the time or still currently do need it. I really do hope after this video, maybe this might get some notice, maybe Blizzard might take this seriously and actually implement some new rules towards this and help those who got wrongfully banned and have their accounts reassessed and looked into. And that is the end of the video, guys. Again, just wanted to say that I really do enjoy World of Warcraft as a game, but it's just Blizzard's support system that needs a major regimen change, because the current situation looks like they've set the bar so low for us and their standards are almost non-existent. And I've said this in my last video, it is as if Blizzard is being run by a small indie company. It's like they hired a bunch of kids. And for those of you who did get banned, I'm really sorry about that. That's not okay, and I really do hope you get a reassessment. That is the end of the video, guys. Thank you for watching, and take care.